What's good, y'all, man? It's Striving to Prosper here, and in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you why you need to have Frost in your arsenal. This dude is a monster in the battlefield, and I'm gonna show you exactly why. Frost actually became one of my favorite Warframes to play after his update some time ago. It's just because of the things he can do. You can make this guy do anything. Frost can give you insane critical damage. Frost is great at crowd controlling. You can build him so he can have insane overguard. It's just so many things you can do with this guy. And I'll be showing you one of my builds that I feel like is really cool to use, and also his signature weapon. Now, of course, there is a vast majority of weapons that you can use for Frost. It doesn't necessarily have to be this weapon I'm about to show you soon. People use the Soul Bag, people like to use the Heck. I like to use the Stun Prime because that's like my favorite weapon right now. But the weapon that I think is his signature weapon, and I'm pretty sure the vast majority of you guys have seen other people use it too, the Ocucor. I don't know what it is, but ever since they added that mod for it, Sentient Surge, this weapon has become the king of kings when you use it with specific frames, and Frost is apparently one of them that makes this weapon pop. And for those of you who don't know what this mod is or never seen it before, this mod is pretty much the Ocucor's saving grace. If you don't have this mod, do not pick up that gun. I promise you, you're not gonna like it. You might as well go for the Nucor. And the Nucor is very good to have, but don't pick this gun up if you don't have this mod. As seen on the screen, each target eliminated refills 20% of the Ocucor's magazine. Status chance and critical chance are increased by 60% for each tendril active. This is insane to have for this weapon. Now, of course, I'm just yapping. You can pick any weapon in the game, any frame in the game, but honestly, you might as well pick the Nucor or any other weapon, because this weapon will drain all of your ammo before you even kill the enemy. So that's why I would highly require Sentient Surge if using the Ocucor. And I would say it's worth the investment because this gun really does the job. Unfortunately, you will have to buy it with platinum. It shouldn't be no more than 25, maybe 30 plat. Now, this mod originated from Nora Knight Volume 4's mix. If you didn't get it in that version of Nora's Knight, then you have to wait for it to pop up again if it ever does, or you're gonna have to wait till the Halloween event, but nobody got time for that, so I'd say just buy it. And for those who don't have enough plat or struggling to get plat, from my day one OG 10-0, y'all already know the deal, but for my new 10-0 coming in watching this video, thanks for tuning in, thank you for watching. But I also have a platinum guide that you should check out that will be very helpful. Now, with that all out of the way, let's get into the build. So as you can see, the build is very simple, very effective, and very versatile. And also we went with the Nourish build because we want that extra viral damage, and also we get more energy management. But of course, pick any helmet's ability that is suitable for you. So what we have for the aura slot is growing power for more strength. You can switch this out with corrosive projection for better armor stripping, but to be honest, it's not really required, and you'll see why soon enough. But that's not a bad option to go with if you want to do corrosive projection. Equilibrium to help with energy management. Prime continuity for the ability duration. We don't really need a lot of duration, but it also balances out with transient fortitude because that decreases your duration. So I put continuity to bring it up a little bit more. Then we got Umbral Intensify and Transient Fortitude for more ability strength, and with ability strength it helps with your armor stripping. Then we come down over here with Overextended and Stretch for more ability range. Preferably I like to go for range because I cover more ground and more enemies are affected by my abilities. Now, getting on into his augments, of course we have that Icy Avalanche for more overguard. The more enemies around you that's coated in ice, the more overguard you will get. And the reason why you should really have Icy Avalanche because it offers you huge survivability. You can get up to like 50,000 overguard. So yes, this is serious. Take this with you and you should be good. And of course, Biting Frost. If you want all the damage you can possibly get with your weapons, go for this, because when enemies are frozen, you can gain 200% critical chance and critical damage. Take this with you and you're going to be a powerhouse. And for our first arcane slot, we got Arcane Velocity for that extra fiery for our secondary, and that's going to be for our Ocucor. Now, I don't have it maxed out, but when you do max it out, you get 120% fiery for 9 seconds. This is crazy when you have the Ocucor because the more fiery means the more hit points you can get, and of course you can't ever run out of ammo with Sentient Surge, so that makes it perfect. And for my second arcane, we got Arcane Ice Storm, and this is great to have because when the enemies are frozen, you gain plus 2% ability strength and plus 2% ability duration for up to 15 seconds, stacks up to 20 times. So then you're going to eventually get 40 times the ability duration and ability strength. This is perfect. Now that's everything you really need to know about Frost. Now let's get over to the Ocucor and show you how that build works. Now, yes, the build is kind of expensive. It's 7 Forma, but it's definitely worth the investment if you want to get the max damage that you possibly can. Now, we got Galvanized Diffusion for the multi-shot. We always want that multi-shot. And then we have Galvanized Shot for status chance because it's going to give us more damage. Then we have Lethal Torrent for that 60% fire rate and 60% multi-shot, as well as Prime Target Cracker for that extra critical damage. Then we're going with Frostbite and Scourge 60-60 mods. We're going for the blast damage, which also will stagger the enemy. And then Prime Heater Charge for more heat, because heat is good for armor. Ruinous Extension for that beam range. You know, I like range, and the more range I can get means I don't have to be as close to my enemies. And then Sentient Surge, like I explained before, this is the bread and butter. Not even the bread and butter. This is a must-have requirement for this gun. If you don't have this mod, like I said, go pick it up. If you don't have it, don't feel like picking it up, don't have the plat to pick it up, then you just use a different gun. Use a different gun. And then for the secondary arcane, I went with Merciless, or you can go for secondary Shiver for more damage when you proc enemies with cold status. Now with the Ocucor out the way, let's head over to the Stun Prime Incarnate, which is one of my personal favorite weapons to use. Now, if you do not have this weapon, you are in luck. It is in the Deviri Paradox right now. Play the circuit and get it. You have 2 days left. 2 days left. Get it ASAP. And for my newbies out there or beginners who have finally made it to the Deviri Paradox and Still Path and they need a weapon that's going to get them through, the Latron is also here too. Latron and the Stun Prime in this rotation should be the only weapons that you're getting. Get these weapons. You have 2 days left. Lock in. So that's pretty much the Stun Prime build. Very overpowering, very damaging, and you're going to see a decent amount of red crits. I went with Dexterity. You can go for primary Merciless, and you can also go for primary Frostbite. As a matter of fact, I'm liking how Frostbite's looking, so I'm going to equip this one and put that on because I want some more status. That's going to be really good. The enemies are going to be frozen anyway, so this is something that I think you should go for as well. But it's your choice. Now, of course, we're going with the Praetos. This is a simple build, nothing too crazy. We're really only using this weapon for parkour velocity, sprint speed, sliding speed, pretty much to traverse the map really quick. Because, you know, the quicker you're on your feet, the more you can survive. And of course, the focus tree is completely up to you. Pick whatever works for you. I have Naramon, but not really because it's worth anything on this one. It doesn't really have nothing to do with it. Vazarin would probably be something I would go for more survivability or protective sling. Anybody that touches the void slings are granted immunity and you get more health and shield back. So this is really good to increase your survivability. As a matter of fact, I don't know why I don't have this upgraded. So I'm about to go ahead and upgrade this right now to level 3 to boost the whole stats of it. And then for my companion, I went with the Panzervopophyla, great for spreading viral, increasing the damage that our abilities will deal to the enemies, and also for Tenacious Bond, gives us extra survivability. Nothing too crazy, very simple to build, and it's really good to have for you. And also for the claws, we went with just the viral build. This is very simple. Of course, if you want to put in Assassin's Posture, that's up to you. I only have balance, but that's pretty much everything you need to know about the claws. Very simple. For the Archon Shards, this is up to you. It's completely your choice. I went with 2 for casting speed and 1 for energy. I like casting my abilities faster. That's my personal choice, but you can go for a straight energy max. You don't really need to fill out all the Archon slots, but if you do, you can do it for energy, whatever works for you. So with all that out of the way, let's showcase it in the Simulacrum really quickly. So I'm gonna summon level 200 enemies, and you're gonna see how this works. Now this is going to be the raw experience. So as you saw, I casted the Avalanche. Now of course it didn't armor strip because we didn't build enough strength yet, but with growing power we're going to get that soon enough. So with the Ocucor, as you can see, it takes a while to kind of build up its juice, but once it starts to get going, that's the damage you can do. This gun is literally insane. Once you build the amount of stack that you need, and then boom, see, instant armor strip. I got enough strength, and look at the damage it's dealing. Straight havoc. Let's spawn them again really quickly. Mind you, these are level 200 heavy corrupted grenadiers. Hit them with the avalanche, armor strip, and then boom, they just melt away. This gun right here, bro, will get you exactly where you need to be. Let's do it again. Icy Avalanche activated, of course, with the overguard that you see on top. Ocucor handles business, just like that. Now, of course, I gotta showcase one of my favorite guns, the Stun Prime Incarnate. This gun alone will get you as far as you need to go. There's just no end to the damage you can deal. Just look at that. Look at that damage. Before I even got the Incarnate ready, I was already laying them down. So, of course, the Nourish helps with viral. And I'm just gonna throw down freeze. I'm not gonna strip them or nothing. They got full armor and all that. Look at this damage. Look at how insane that is. You get some red crits, you get some orange crits. Now I'm going to hit an armor strip. Boom. red, nothing but red. You're touching nothing but red. And then we bring in another set, armor strip, and then check it. Boom. Instant one tap. 20 of them. All gone. Nothing but red and orange crits. Let's go ahead and do it again. See if I can do the same thing. Okay, I didn't do the same, but the thing is, you get what I'm saying. Look at that. The damage speaks for itself, y'all. That pretty much wraps up everything about Frostprime's build and everything you need to know about it. That build that I've shown you got me up to 100 minutes of survival on the still path, so it's very worth it to make this build. For the ones that stuck it out till the end of the video, I want to thank you so much for that. And if you felt like this build encouraged you to pick up Frost or even play him again, feel free to share your experience down in the comments below. Please subscribe and leave a like if you felt like I've earned it, and also be sure to check out my other Warframe videos for more tips. We're on a journey to strive and prosper until we thrive. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace out, man.